I want to share a story with you that has the potential for us as a church to live into this culture of abundant mindset. Christ Church has the opportunity to potentially partner with several organizations. Organizations like Bethel Park School District, SHIM, South Hills Interfaith Movement, Primetime Adult Daycare, Kids Celebrate, which is part of a subsidiary of Church Union, and other organizations to meet some ever-growing needs in our community. Imagine a community, a neighborhood like the South Hills, and there's an overwhelming need in that community for adult daycare, for kid daycare, for mental health support, for healthcare support, and for support for people that are experiencing food insecurity. And there is not enough space or enough places or enough resources to meet those needs. It's a challenging situation in our community right now. And we as an organization and as groups of individuals have an opportunity to come together and make a difference to meet those needs. We can pull together the resources that we have, the skills that we have, the money that we have, and the outside organizations that are already doing that. And we can come together and create a network where those resources can be put together to help people who are in need of those resources. People who can afford it and people who can't afford it. And just like Jesus taking those loaves of bread and breaking them, this community program becomes a conduit for God's abundant provision. Families that are currently in need of adult and child daycare can find adult and child daycare. Families that are currently in need of mental health support can get the mental health support they need. Families that are in current need of health care can get the health care that they need. Families that are in current need of or experiencing food insecurity can all of a sudden put food on their family's table. And as we meet these needs together with other organizations, man, not only are we meeting their physical needs, but we're giving these folks a sense of belonging. There's an interconnectedness in the community, and we're actually sharing Christ transforming love. Now picture that gaining momentum and more people getting involved, offering their skills and their resources to continue to meet these needs. So this small initiative could actually really make a difference in our community. Well, God is currently opening up doors that would potentially allow Christ Church to be a part of what I just described. You may or may not know this, but by fall of 2026, Bethel Park is going to open a new elementary center. They're closing all their elementary schools, and they're opening up a new elementary center to meet the needs of the community, hopefully by fall of 2026. We are in conversation right now with them about Christ Church being able to get Memorial School District on South Park Road. So instead of it closing, instead of it being torn down, we might be able to get that. And we might be able to partner with those organizations that I mentioned. And together, we might be able to meet these needs in our community. Now, there's a lot of work left to happen before that happens. The next step in that process is for me to sit down with the Bethel Park School Board on April 9th. I want to encourage you to be praying that God either continues to open those doors or closes those doors, whichever God wants for us as a congregation. But it's exciting to see the number of different organizations that are willing to be part of this discussion and see if we can make this happen. Nothing's set in stone yet, but we're having really good conversations about the possibility of a collaboration to meet the needs of the South Hills community. And by meeting those needs, we give Jesus an opportunity to show that abundance that comes from God and to provide hope to the people that might not have hope. You see, God's love and God's provision allow us to do things we may never think we could do on our own. And hopefully that's a story that pushes us to consider our own attitudes of whether or not we have a mindset of scarcity or a mindset of abundance. It encourages us to look beyond our individual needs and consider how we can contribute to the well-being of the whole. But by embracing a spirit of sharing and solidarity, we become channels of God's abundant grace.